not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the Purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the Purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the Purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Welcome to the Horror Junkies Podcast, the podcast where we discuss all things horror. I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm Pat.
And we're back, and we're going to Purge.
Ill.
But first, we have a guest on the show. We have a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Who is it, Pat?
My good old friend, Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
You can say your last name.
You know what he sounds like? He sounds like the guy from Tannis, the Tannis podcast.
I have not seen that podcast.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
he
kinda.
sounds like the guy.
My voice? Or
Yeah, your voice. You sound just like this guy from this other podcast we used to listen to. I mean, he's the same voice actor for Black Tape's podcast.
Yeah.
He does this, it's the same, but you sound just like him.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. It's a good thing. That's a good show.
I want to fuck his voice.
But watch out. There may be some voice fucking on the show today.
Because that's what we do here.
It is.
All right, Brandon.
What's up?
Putting you in the hot seat.
All right.
Top 10 or 5, whatever you want. What are your favorite horror movies?
Favorite horror? So this was a little difficult for me because...
Because I told you a couple minutes before you got here.
Believe it or not, I've actually listened to your podcast before.
There you go.
And
Shit, he knew. He knew.
Yeah, so I had a feeling this was coming. And I'm sitting at home talking to my girlfriend about this when you texted me that. I'm like, good thing I'm working on this list right now. But it's a difficult one because I'm going to just kind of preface by saying, unlike probably you guys and most of the people that you have in here, I actually did not like scary movies as a kid. So I don't have...
Get out.
So I don't
Get
have...
out.
Yeah. It was something when I got a little older that I came into and came to love. So I don't have any real sentimental attachment to a lot of them.
Right.
Like while I enjoy a lot of the classic 80s slashers and horror stuff like that, they don't have a special place in my heart the same way.
Like for us, yeah.
Yeah, but I loved science fiction. So
that fits.
My favorite horror movies are usually ones that, kind of mesh the two. Alien being...
Of course.
Number one for me, by far.
I think Alien's in all of our lists.
Let's put it this way. Alien is not in your favorite horror list.
Get the fuck
Just
out.
get the fuck out. Okay? That's just
agree
simple
with
as we
that.
can put it.
And then following that, I don't know. I guess I would say that it's still horror. It's kind of sci-fi thriller, but it was Pitch Black. You guys remember that movie?
Yeah.
With Vin Diesel.
Oh my God! It was the second Chronicles of Riddick.
No, that's the first one.
The first
one.
The first
That's
Riddick
right.
movie.
The first
I
one.
loved that movie as a kid, and I still enjoy that a lot. And also Event Horizon.
I was gonna hope you said sci-fi, and I was like, I wonder if he's an Event Horizon guy.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the best, I think, of horror sci-fi, blending those two like that. And it's got Dr. Alan Grant in it.
Yeah.
From Jurassic Park.
From
That guy is
Jurassic Park.
creepy.
Morpheus.
That guy is creepy in every movie, though.
Yeah, he is.
I was watching Jurassic Park the other day, and I was like, this guy has the
I just
creepiest
watched it
fucking
last
face.
night.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
There you go.
All 3 Jurassic Park movies are
Or on
on
Netflix.
Netflix right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so there was no way I could miss that. So what's those? That's 3 for me now. Okay, so speaking of Event Horizon, because the thing I loved a lot about Event Horizon was it always kind of felt to me a little bit like Hellraiser in space.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Hellraiser would be another one that I would put on the list. I love the imagery in all those movies, but the first one in particular.
Yeah.
Like the groundbreaking special effects that they did, especially that first scene in the attic when you see them kind of morphing and becoming, whatever that creature was, when the Pinhead and his homeboys, they show up, and all of it just real creepy the way that they blend what pain is for us and is beauty and
Very sexual too.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
just
like
read that
Sexual
book,
design,
The Hellbound
yeah.
Heart. I just finished reading it a while ago.
How's your dick?
Not seen it. Or
The
watched it.
book,
Get it.
the actual book based off Hellraiser, Hell Down Heart. It's pretty good. It's a short read. It's not like a big read, but it's pretty much it's pretty spot on to the movie. There are certain things that are not in the movie that are in the book, but I mean, like, you can't put everything that's in a book in a movie. But it's pretty fucking spot on. Like,
And it was written by Clive Barker.
Clive Barker,
correct?
yeah, correct, yeah. As well as, like, have you ever read the comic books for Hellraiser where they go in? So if you really like Hellraiser, Clive Barker he does comic books for them, and there's like a lot of different. There's one that's called The Dark Watch, and it's with the female Cenobite, and she's so badass. So if you like Hellraiser a lot, like, and you like reading comic books, kind of help me read sometimes, because the pictures are nice, but they're fucking super graphic. It's Clive Barker who writes them, so they're really good stuff, and they're great storylines too.
I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. I like everything that Clive Barker did, even the video games that he had a part in.
Yeah,
were ones I liked a lot. All right, so my fifth one, I was kind of torn. I wanted to kind of pick something a little more modern that I really liked in recent years. I really, really loved It Follows. The first time I saw
my
the movie,
dude,
it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
The tall man, and everybody knows the scene.
See,
I'm
man,
talking
only
about.
certain people fucking get it.
Yeah, and that guy just actually died recently.
Yeah, the tall guy.
He did
read
die.
that,
He's like
yes.
7'7" some shit like that. And unfortunately, when you get about that tall, you get a lot of ailments. And I think that's what got him.
I bit the dust.
He finally bit
Yeah.
That movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I
that
love
movie,
it.
I've watched
Soundtrack.
like 5 times.
Yeah, everything about it was great. I was really happy that I got to see that one in the theaters, because we all know that's the best way to see.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see it in theater. I saw it at home, but it was still fun at home with the lights off.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. I mean, I got a couple more. I can name.
Yep.
Go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead.
I love.
What do you got?
I love The Thing, because Kurt Russell is badass in everything that he does.
That's so true.
It is very true.
I love my favorite one that I've seen recently. Well, I saw two, both Hereditary and A Quiet Place. I think were the best horror movies that I've seen since It Follows.
Okay.
Sure, I love
Okay.
both of those a
I
lot.
love those movies too. I love the suspense, the questions, the unknown.
Yes.
Yeah, I like those movies.
Good one, Mike.
Sorry, I just lost my fucking train of thought.
Yeah, no, but I mean, A Quiet Place is a perfect script.
Yeah.
Like, not a wasted line of dialogue. Everything just worked together perfectly. That's what I loved about it. What else I got on here? I have The Descent. If you're claustrophobic, that movie was pretty terrifying. Especially, like, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it.
They all die.
The fuck is wrong with you?
There are two different endings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
It's
the
old.
best way to watch that movie, if you watch it with somebody who has not seen it, don't tell them
Yeah.
what it's about. Just tell them some kids get.
It's a
girls
cave
get lost.
movie.
It's a cave movie.
And then when shit goes down and it gets fucking real, the reaction you get out of people.
Best
good
scene.
stuff. Yes.
That has the best scene in
Love
that
it.
fucking movie.
Love it.
I won't spoil it for the ones who are out there who haven't seen it.
But you
it's
should've
on
seen it by
fucking
now.
Netflix. Watch it.
Yeah, you should have seen it by now.
We used to watch that movie back in Ocala when I was growing up and go spelunking in the caves in Ocala. That's how stupid we are.
Yeah, I don't
You're
think
fucking crazy.
that movie scared me out of a lot of things, spelunking being one of them.
Yeah.
for Sure.
Although I would kill to see you jumping into a cave.
It was a great time. I had one of my friends almost die. Back
Jesus.
In the, he grabbed like a corner and a whole bunch of rocks just
Gave
tumbled
way.
on top of him. We had to dig him out.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was intense. Ocala don't fuck around with those caves, man. I almost drowned in
I'm
one
never
too.
going.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was gonna say. Like diving in those caves.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some videos of them just these tight fucking quarters that people are squeezing through.
Yeah,
And they're scuba
yeah.
gear, and they have to take the tank off and push the tank through first.
Yeah, no,
and
fuck
then-
that.
That I don't like. Where's the excitement in that? How much adrenaline is that giving you? That's
I agree.
worth it.
I agree.
I could
Makes-
die.
Makes no sense.
I mean,
Those Thai kids,
yeah.
they just got out of the cave.
Yes.
They'll probably never
Yeah.
ever want to go underground
Yeah.
ever again.
They're like, fuck that.
And one of the Thai like SEAL divers that
He died, didn't he?
Died,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
It was it's the rain season, so like it was pretty intense. Like it took
It was like a flash flood.
it wasn't that far, but it took like 6 hours from to get from point A to point
Yes,
B.
I did. Yeah, I was reading about that this morning.
Shit's
actually.
crazy.
Like
Damn.
almost 11-hour round trip. To
Yeah.
get one kid out.
Yeah,
Jesus.
That's
intense. Luckily,
Very.
they made it out. One casualty. That's sad though.
Probably make a movie about that one day.
No, the meme was that they're going to make a movie about the Navy, the U.S. ex-Navy
Yeah,
SEAL guy.
hosted by Mark Wahlberg. will be
Yeah,
there.
they're going to make the movie about the one white guy.
Yeah.
And oh, that's funny. I'm glad we can all laugh about that.
Yeah, that's fun. Anything else on your list, or is that?
Yeah, I got 2 more
Okay.
on the list, I think. Child's Play, the whole Chucky series. Love it, especially Bride of Chucky onwards when they started injecting a lot more humor into it.
Oh, God.
Real guilty pleasure for me. I think it's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
And then...
No, we need Chucky fans.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there somewhere.
They're
Yeah.
out there. Yeah, but I think a thing that I love about those movies as well is that as a child, like I said, I didn't like horror stuff, but Chucky in particular like haunted me.
Yeah, it was my
nightmares about him all the time. So I feel like now that I've watched all these movies when I got older, like it's like, oh yes, I conquered the fear.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like my first step into like going back and
Oh, yeah.
watching a lot
Wanna
of those movies. I was too
play?
silly.
Yeah, it was my
you.
it was my first horror movie. It scared the living shit out of me. So yeah.
That's because we all had fucking action figures
Yeah,
and
exactly.
dolls and shit. We're like,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you're going to come into life, aren't you?
We all turned them away from us so they couldn't watch
Exactly.
us. All
Exactly.
And then you watch Toy Story and you just feel, all right, they're my friends.
They're my friends. You got a friend in me, little man.
The last one on the list for me was The Strangers.
Nice.
Just
Oh,
good,
such a great movie.
yeah, just classic, no bullshit.
Did you see the
around,
bullshit sequel?
I
still haven't seen it.
I liked it.
Oh,
I actually
man.
liked it. I thought it was that scene in the pool. I thought was really well done. I thought that was
That's
cool.
it.
I need to watch it.
That's
I haven't
the
seen it
only
yet.
scene I was like, okay.
I saw Patrick's tweet and I was like, man, now I'm not going to go watch it. And I still haven't watched it to this day.
I mean, it
So-
didn't even come close to being as good as the first one. There was one scene in it that actually made me jump.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, I still kind of enjoyed it because it was just classic. Like it felt like an '80s slasher
Yeah.
film is what it felt like even with the kind of the slightly retro soundtrack.
Huh.
Again, which is I like that. So
I'll have to check it out one day this week.
I think it's worth checking out.
I got a lot of movies to watch because
Yeah.
people have been emailing us and messaging us on Instagram and Twitter, which is fucking awesome. Keep doing it, guys.
Please.
Sending us all these movies that I have never heard of before. And I'm like,
Like what?
hold on.
Is one of them Enemy?
Yes.
Okay.
Enemy with,
I want
with Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I want to
Great
do that
movie.
so fucking bad.
Yeah, someone literally wrote us today and was like, he saw he found a show and he's like, my wife and I just watched this movie Enemy and I think you guys should watch it because we ended it with the feeling like, what the fuck did we just watch?
You've never
exactly.
seen it?
Never seen it.
Jesus, Mike, you're gonna like it.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
I want to do a whole breakdown episode on that
We'll do it.
It's a very
and a
complicated
commentary.
movie.
Very complicated.
Yes.
That's my type of movie.
Yep.
Okay, so
Let's get on with the
let's
news.
get on to this news. That's our friend Brandon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks,
So
thanks
he-
for that. Thanks
welcome
for
to
having me
rehab.
in here. This is great.
Welcome to our AA meeting.
Yeah, this is our AA meeting. But yeah, let's jump into some horror news and get on with this show today, man.
Yep. We just got a trailer for this new, what is it?
Hulu show.
Hulu show. Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
And we just watched the trailer of the studio.
I've watched it earlier today.
If Mike saw it earlier.
I saw it twice now.
God.
And it still
All right.
resonates. Like watching it a second time, I'm still fucking pumped. Like it's pretty intense.
What is it all about, Mike? What's it going on?
question.
Okay, guys, for those of you not familiar with Castle Rock, it's a psychological horror series set in the Stephen King multiverse that combines the mythological scale and intimate character storytelling of King's best-loved works, weaving an epic saga of darkness and light played out on a few square miles of Maine woodland. So we're getting that whole weird multiverse thing that Stephen King has created,
Right.
and we're getting that in a TV show.
Good. Because we get in the
And-
books.
You get it in the books, so,
So-
I'm glad that someone's finally and J.J. Abrams is working on it, so that's kind of cool.
He's a great idea, man. Like as far as just like not
Yeah.
the best, director, writer, all that, but just when he's got his hands on stuff and he's just kind of a big idea person,
Yeah.
like George Lucas. Like I think he does a real good job. So.
Exactly. Bill Skarsgård is in this,
Yeah.
which is cool to see him in another
Stephen King
King adaptation. A lot of people are wondering if because there's like some hints of the Dark Half, It, Needful Things, The Body,
Cujo.
Shawshank Redemption, Cujo. A lot of this is like what people are catching from this trailer.
Yeah.
So people are wondering if is Bill Skarsgård going to be like Pennywise? He's represented in the trailer as the kid. So people are just wondering maybe it's that's another personification of fear because fear can be so many things.
Yeah.
But but I don't know. He looks creepy as hell. He's just creepy.
Very, very creepy.
His brother got the fucking looks. I mean, he's not a bad looking guy, but he's the creepier looking one.
Yeah.
So he works for horror.
He looks dead.
He'll never be Tarzan.
No.
No.
Yeah, he's typecasted.
Yeah.
He knows it.
Yeah, exactly. You are a creepy looking fucker. So any creepy actor spot is yours.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man. What about you guys?
Yeah, it looks cool. I like it.
Hulu's coming out.
Yeah, Hulu's good with their shit too. I haven't got a chance to watch Runaways or anything like that. Huh?
As far as their originals?
Yeah. Yeah, they do pretty good job with the originals. The Strain.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Hulu original. That was an FX.
But that's where you watch it.
It's just on Hulu. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Handmaid's Tale was the original, and that's one's right. Actually, I've heard a lot of good things about that show.
That one, and then what's the one that it was where the Nazis won World War II?
Oh, the Man in the White Castle.
Yeah, that one.
That was another good show too.
Yeah, those are the two, and then the one with Jesse from Breaking Bad, where he's in that cult.
What was that fucking show called? I watched like the first episode. Doesn't matter. Is it horror?
It's not horror. I mean, cults are pretty fucking scary.
I mean, yeah, they are.
Cults are fucking scary.
Yeah.
For those of you who are wanting more information about Castle Rock, it's on YouTube. Check out the trailer. You can head over to boomhowdy.com. This is where we get all our news from most of the time. They have the trailer on there as well. Also, it's going to premiere July 25th, so only a couple weeks away. So if you don't have that Hulu subscription, you best be getting it soon.
Yeah.
You got Spotify, you fucking got it, dude.
Yep.
$5,
right?
Yeah, $5. You got yourself some nice Hulu.
Just need that student email. Friends student email.
Exactly. We got you. Don't worry, guys. We got you. We know how to get things for cheap over here.
We got a new poster for the new Sabrina series.
It looks pretty badass. I'll have to post it on our Instagram, social media, but
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I'm pretty stoked on this because I just got into Riverdale.
How's that going for you?
It's pretty it is stupid, but it's like good, It's cool seeing like Cody from Zack and Cody being on a show,
Yeah.
He's actually he's Jughead.
He's Jughead?
But like Jughead's in a gang.
Yeah, it's such a weird.
Yeah.
Like you think of Archie comics and you're like, this is not Archie. No. This is not the Archie you read from the fucking grocery store.
But there's like a shitload of like reference, like especially like a lot of horror reference on the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you like horror and shit and like callbacks to like a lot of shit, like
Riverdale may be your thing.
Yeah, they get like a bunch of like obscure like horror directors to like direct their episodes and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Minus like every one thing, they're never in school.
Yeah, no, they're never in school.
The drama's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's always night out, level. And it's always like every building's like, it feels like every building is like in front of the diner because every like the lights.
Well, it was
the
like
light
a
on the
key
show.
thing about Archie though was the diner. They were always in there eating.
Yeah.
So I do like that they kept that.
Yeah.
Amongst them. But Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, guys, is the TV adaptation of the comic series put out by Archie Horror. It's Netflix is kind of full streaming this, and they're kind of doing like their initial.
So this is not airing on CW at all?
No, this is a Netflix show.
Word.
And they're starting with the 2-season project, 20 episodes. So they're putting some faith into this. From what we've been seeing, dude, the artwork is amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
We got that pixie cut. We got the black cat and the red lipstick.
Yeah.
And from the production pictures they've been releasing, I'm
hey man, if it looks anything like Archie or fucking Riverdale, it'll be fine.
Have you ever read the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina comic?
No.
Dude, it's really good. It's really good. Like it's through so Archie does like the Archie horror series, and they have like all these
when
crazy.
The Punisher killed him.
Yeah, and then they also have that did happen. But they have this new series where like they do these crazy Archie stories, but they're horror based and they're really fucking graphic and they're bloody and. So if you haven't read those, please like pick this shit up. Like you will enjoy it if you're a horror fan and you like comics. Yeah. Like this shit is for you. Because there's not so many horror comics. I mean, there are. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of horror comics.
Yeah.
But seeing like Sabrina the Teenage Witch from like remembering it on TV being this like teen drama angst show. Yeah. This ain't your TV.
This ain't your grandma's.
This ain't your
Sabrina.
grandma's TV. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. This is Sabrina the Teenage Witch on fucking steroids with blood, gore, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Also, hey. She also looks like the comic book version of her.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'll post the images on our social media for you guys.
She looks like Gwen Stacy.
Quinn Stacy. Talking about Quinn Stacy.
Quinn.
Gwenpool was in that Spider-Man trailer.
Yeah, I wish they didn't do that.
I know. I wish they would have left that as a surprise.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. But it's Spider-Verse, so I guess we should have known.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's true. I want
apparently
Spawn
Nick Cage is going to be
Nicolas Cage is voice acting someone, dude.
One of the Spider-Mans. That's
something we haven't talked about. Thank you for bringing that up. That fucking trailer for Mandy with Nicolas Cage.
I didn't see it.
Which one is that?
Oh my God!
Oh,
guys.
this is what we're doing now on the podcast. We're pulling up.
We're pulling shit up. We got the computer right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a commentary on a fucking.
Yes, this is what I.
Oh
thought
my
you were
God!
about. Yes,
so
this shit looks bananas,
dude. Yeah.
Amazing.
So if you guys haven't watched this trailer yet, YouTube Mandy.
What the fuck is this?
There may be like a Red Band trailer. Please watch that.
It's a very grindhouse.
I don't know what the fuck Nicolas Cage is doing with his life. Bro, notice that triangle here?
Yeah.
It's weird. I have no idea what the fuck this movie's about. It looks intense, and I can't wait for
very
it.
Very basic plotline, from my understanding, is that he's camping with his wife, and some religious cult moves in and murders her, and he goes after them for revenge. A very grindhouse, very like neon-drenched retro type thing. But pre-screening reviews have said it's the best thing that Nick Cage has ever done.
It's sitting at a 97.
Yes.
Jesus.
Right now.
I'm very, very excited.
I've never seen that for a Nick Cage movie.
What? If you haven't watched Mom and Dad,
I have to.
That was my comeback for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
All right.
Mom and Dad was a pretty fun movie, and he actually did a pretty good role. But yeah, guys, check out Mandy. It's sitting at a 97 right now. Its release date is September 14th, 2018. So try to see if you can find it, because this movie looks like it's going to be batshit.
We got to take Angel to go see this on his birthday.
No.
No, exactly.
I don't think it'll be.
So Netflix released a new trailer. Fucking ghoul.
Netflix is on their shit, dude. Netflix is just releasing things.
Did you just freak out because I yelled?
Yeah, you did. It scared me a little bit. But no, like Netflix is like pumping out shit, dude.
Yeah,
like
dude.
left and right.
They're supposed to be spending $20 billion on original productions in the coming year.
That's fucking crazy.
Any other movie studio.
That is fucking crazy. Well, they're gonna get their fucking. I don't know how they make their money.
Subscribers.
I mean, but yeah, I want to know the rating system, like how their rating system works.
They never release it, really.
I know.
They don't show what their ratings are for their shit. So usually when something gets canceled, it means I guess it was pretty fucking low.
Yeah.
But shows like Marco Polo, you would think that they would keep going, because they canceled Marco Polo.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh,
they did
really
2 seasons, and they did a what was the blind guy's name?
I know who you're talking about. They did the spinoff for him.
They did a spinoff on him to give his origin story, dude. But like they canceled the show, and everyone's like, "The fuck." Mm-hmm. But Ghoul is a Hindi language horror show co-produced by Phantom Films, Ivanhoe Pictures, and Blumhouse. Mr. Blumhouse is getting himself in the TV miniseries.
His name Jason Blum.
Jason Blum.
What a guy.
So that's kind of cool. It's a 3-part series that takes place at a remote military facility where criminals are interrogated and imprisoned. The lead character, played by Radhika Apte, probably just butchered that, is an astute officer who ratted her own father out to the government for storing seditious literature.
Look at that.
She sold her father out, dude. She said, "Fuck you." So it looks pretty intense. I watched the trailer for it. It's like one of those crime thrillers, supernatural horror shows that Netflix been going with, like Requiem and things like that, where like there's like this supernatural
and dark,
but then there's like this true crime element to it as well. It looks really good. I mean, it's gonna be subtitles, y'all. I mean, it's Hindi. Unless you don't speak it, you're not gonna be able to understand it.
I'm gonna go learn it.
Real quick.
Go ahead, learn it. I don't even know what the release date is. August 24th. So,
I have enough time.
You got enough time. You got a little over a month.
I'm a smart boy.
Rosetta Stone that shit.
No, Babbel, dude. I keep hearing commercials for Babbel on NPR. But yeah, Netflix is doing some cool shit. A lot of these subscription services, a lot of Netflix and Hulu pumping out their own originals.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from Amazon that much. As far as their originals go,
they've got a couple good ones. I mean, not too relevant. It's not any horror that I could think of. But there was one. It's called Transparent. It's 4 seasons in now. It's got the father from Arrested Development.
Oh, Jason something, whatever.
No, his father.
Oh, his dad?
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now, but he plays transgender male to female. And
I need to see that.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've seen it, I just never watched it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah.
But I think we should get into the main show.
Yeah, we should.
We'll save that last part of the news for the show because it ties in to the main part of this show.
Yeah, that's what we're just going to do regular reviews for the first 3 movies, and then we'll do a spoiler big thing.
Yeah, so guys, let's let you know, we're doing The Purge 1, 2, 3, and 4. Spoilers throughout.
But not the first Purge.
But
We'll talk about that later.
So should we set it right now what we're going to refer to both? So the Purge 1 and then the first Purge.
Yes.
Separate movies.
The Purge is the first Purge in the cinematography.
How about we just say Ethan Hawking?
Yes. No, we're going to go with
Hawk Purge.
the
Hawk Purge.
Purge. We'll do the Purge, Purge Anarchy, Purge Election Year, the first Purge.
Gotcha.
Okay? Because technically the movie...
So let's talk about the first Purge.
No. We're talking about Purge number 1, released in 2013 on June 7th, directed by and written by James DeMonico. He's written and directed all of them except for the last film. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it.
So he didn't direct the first Purge.
He didn't.
He did not. He handed over.
I hate this fucking joke so much.
It's torture.
Fuck them. They made me have this awkward conversation. So fuck them.
It wasn't really the best they could come up with calling it the first Purge.
No, I gave them an idea. I gave it to them.
Did.
I said year 0. Done.
The Purge.
We'll go into what year 0 I think is going to become, okay? We'll go into that a little later. Okay, Patrick?
Okay.
I do think they kind of befunkled their naming.
Bumfunkled. That's a funny word.
Yeah, right? I don't know if it's real, but I just said it.
We just
so.
make words up. Jingle jangle.
Jingle Jilly Job.
We've been speckle dwarfed.
There it is. Speckledorf. But yeah, let's do The Purge. 2013. You know, you were our...
Stupid.
Jesus.
You had a cool concept, you fucked it up.
Basis for the film, you know, there's a wealthy family who are being held hostage for harboring this target from this murderous syndicate during the Purge, which we are introduced to, since it's the first movie, is a 12-hour period in which all crimes are legal.
Including murder.
Including murder. I love how they put including murder. Like,
just to make sure you know.
just to make sure you know that murder is free.
You could kill someone today, and it'll be fine.
And you could hate yourself tomorrow.
Including both murder and public defecation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are the people pooping on the streets? That's the
That
more
was
important
my
questions.
question the entire time in the
Like,
theater.
I'm sure there's someone there that's like, you know what? I'm gonna go shit on the streets.
And that's what it should be.
My day
It
has
should-
come.
The TV series should just be them just having fun with the Purge. Like people just going out shitting on the fucking on people's lawn and shit like that.
I read it like there was a tweet and someone was like, I'd like a Purge sequel that deals with the awkwardness of the next day. Like you turn up to
Yes.
work and everyone's like, where's Kevin from Cells?
I
And you
killed
have
him.
to bring up that you killed him.
And
That
nobody
is the
can do
perfect
anything.
thing, and please someone make that happen. Like just make a parody
Right?
Purge
After
movie.
you say that, no one will fuck with you.
Yeah, like I killed him.
And you're
He's a
next.
dick.
He
You're
stole
next
my
next year.
fucking sandwich for the last damn time.
And he won't give me back my fucking stapler.
Yes. But no, let's talk about the Purge, man. Like,
All right.
think back 5 years. Is it 5 years? Yeah, it's 5 years. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 5
2013?
Yeah, it's 5 years.
5 years.
5 years ago, we were introduced to the first Purge.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a glory fucking day.
I loved it.
Fuck
I don't
you.
care. I enjoyed
hate
that
it.
movie. Now, was it what I was expecting? I was younger at this time. No, it wasn't. I was fucking like 21.
Yeah,
I was
we were in our
21.
20s.
Oh, no.
I wasn't that young.
Old fuck.
I like the idea of the Purge. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I was like the first after watching it was like, oh man, I really wish they would have like explored outside this family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then here comes 2 and 3 and 4 where they
Great
gave
concept. Here's a home invasion movie. It's like, okay.
But it was something different from any other home invasion movie.
I mean, yeah.
Because you never
Because
had.
you wanted to fucking go outside so bad.
And they also only had a $3 million budget on that, and
Yeah.
only 2.5 of that was Ethan Hawke's paycheck. So
That is
they
so
had to,
fucking true.
They had to stay
'Cause
in
they-
their one little fucking house.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, I'll say this: the franchise always does whatever it did bad in the last film.
It
learns
always
from it learns
moves
from its
forward.
mistakes.
That's true.
This
That's a
movie
good
was
point.
bad because of that, and like a lot of people were complaining about that. And then we get Anarchy,
which is like chaos. In the
which is
streets.
like here's some people that get stuck outside.
Yep.
Like
you know, that was enough.
my
Here's
favorite.
election year. Here's more people stuck outside.
Yeah, exactly.
With crazier motherfuckers.
Yeah, but the first Purge was. There's some cool scenes.
There are some cool scenes.
It's been a while since I've seen the Purge,
Dude.
the original.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I was like,
wow, I'm the only one that did his homework. I rewatched it.
did you?
Oh, I rewatched all of these.
Did you?
I
Yeah.
rewatched Anarchy and Election Year. I did.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I did not rewatch the Purge, the original one. I figured, I don't know. I figured
It's so
I knew
hard
it-
to say
I
the
remembered
first
enough
one.
about it. Yeah, I'm trying to call it the original.
The OG Purge.
OG Purge.
Can we sign a petition to get the name changed?
Can we start that?
We did that with fucking Edge of Tomorrow, which it didn't work. Everyone still calls it Edge of Tomorrow, but
Oh yeah.
I think what was creepy about the first Purge, God damn it, Purge number
see,
one.
I told you.
Purge one.
Purge 1 was, these people showing up at their door and wearing the mask. And I love the element of the Purge. It's always with a mask.
Yes,
and I,
Yeah.
and all very cool, yeah.
and
What's
I-
the first movie that fucking I want to call him Henry, but it's not his name. But he looks like a Henry, the main fucking crazy guy.
Oh, the main dude.
Yeah,
Which one?
the first one, the
Purge one.
number one,
Purge one.
In
Yes.
Purge 1,
the creepy motherfucker. I want
Blonde
to
guy.
Yeah, I want to name him Henry, but his name's not Henry.
There he is.
Yeah,
little fucker. What was his name?
Henry was like the boyfriend or some shit.
His name was Henry. No, yeah, you're right.
That's the boyfriend.
Bro, I don't even know. I can't find him.
Hold
online.
on. I
Put
can't-
on them spectacles. It wasn't this guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Rise Wakeford.
What's his name?
Reese Wakeford, a polite leader.
That,
was
that, oh, he
polite.
didn't have a name.
He didn't have a name. It was just polite
That-
leader.
Accurate. Like,
Politely, yeah,
he was very polite. Yeah. I just
Get
like,
out of my
dude,
fucking head, Mike.
the creepiness of watching some, a group of, was it 2, 4, 6, 8 rich looking white people wearing creepy masks and bats and guns and sledgehammers. That's creepy.
If that was my son that let him in, though, I would beat the shit out of him.
Oh, dude, I would throw my son outside and be like, it's Purge night, motherfucker. You're done.
right? Trade?
Of all nights to fuck up,
Yeah.
crime is legal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the kid knows like the stakes of like this night, and he's like, "Fuck that, we need to save this guy." It's
This
like,
guy that
"Fuck
we
you."
don't know.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, at least, I guess to the humanity of it all, like,
Luckily, the guy was. Later on in the franchise, they shoehorned that he was actually like one of the leaders of the rebellion.
yeah.
At the end of election year.
Yeah, which was cool, but it's like real life that probably wouldn't be that guy.
You don't know. Maybe.
True.
They should have made that more clear at the end of
Yeah.
election year to tie that in.
Yeah.
Because I think unless you're like IMDbing this shit or watching all these movies back to back, you're not gonna.
You're not gonna
it's the
remember.
same guy.
Oh no, I didn't remember that at all when I first saw these movies. I literally just know this because I watched it
yes.
in a hole.
Yeah. I'd also want to figure out like where each movie lines up,
Like with time.
what the timeline.
This
so
was
we
something I was actually very interested in. Unless have you figured this out? Do you have
No,
any-
go ahead.
Okay, I did some research on it, trying really hard to figure this out.
Better than us.
better than us.
I know
Get him out of here.
The Purge 1 takes place in the year 2022. They state that in the movie, so it's in the near future.
Okay.
Purge Anarchy is the 6th annual Purge. I don't remember them ever stating a year.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember either.
Take what was the year of the first Purge? The most
2014.
2014. So
Yeah.
6 years would have been 2000 and
Wait, from 14 to
So he said the
2020?
2020. So
Yeah.
the Purge would take place 2022, right? You said. God, I'm confused now.
2022, yeah. Now,
We need a. Oh, there's a board right there. I'll go get it.
eh,
Can you imagine if I just stole that fucking
So
board?
okay, so the first Purge, the newest one takes place in 2014.
are
Yes.
we sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought that one took place in the near future as well.
Okay,
The first one,
The first Purge.
the one we just watched.
the one we just.
I thought it was like 2019 or something.
No, I thought it was 14. You got a computer?
I don't know if I can Google that.
Yeah, you can. When
Well-
was the first Purge take place? What year?
Okay, we'll keep talking while I type
No,
this
no, we
in.
need to hear you clacking and clacking.
Well, so here's the thing, though. Election year, it's remember in the beginning when this the senator, it's her family's getting killed in front of her, and that and then it says 18 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, knowing that I think that was the second Purge when that happened. So we know that election year is taking place after about 20 years since the Purge was incepted. We know that.
Okay, so
And
that
election year also has to take place after after the Purge 1, the original Purge, because in the original Purge, when they show the announcement on the television, it says like level 4, whatever elected officials are off limits, but in election year, there's like this is the first year that nobody is off limits.
Right.
So for that, we know that election year is the one that takes place after all the other.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially because
that's when they started.
The whole senator, she is a senator, but the presidential candidate is like, we are going to take away the Purge.
Right.
So election year is like probably technically we'll have to see the last one out of the 4 movies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. So roughly Purge 20 is at least.
Okay.
Damn.
Purge Anarchy
Jesus
was
Christ.
the 6th one.
Is there?
Is that Frank Grillo?
He's in
He's
Anarchy
in both.
and an election
he's in
year.
both.
14 years between them.
Hasn't aged a day.
Yeah.
I love that they didn't think about that one. I did like that he was in those 2 movies though. That kind
that's
of
the
bring his
best part of him.
character
He's badass,
into 2 movies.
Is there like a timeline of the Purge movies or something?
I'm sure someone is.
Click and clacking.
Purge movie timelines.
I couldn't find any definitive answers. This is about as much as I have been able to figure out.
Hold on,
Yeah.
guys.
Somebody
We're
else.
getting on Reddit
Oh,
here.
here we go.
Here we go.
Reddit,
Here we go.
Somebody on Reddit has always figured out something. There are no original thoughts anymore.
Okay, so posted by u/dash_1.
I trust him.
Yeah, he can't even use his real name.
Totally trustworthy.
Currently watching the Purge election year, and I'm hoping someone can explain the timeline to me. During Anarchy, an announcement clearly says this is the 6th annual Purge. Since it takes place in 2023, we can assume the first Purge was in 2017, but election year takes place 18 years after the events of the cold open, which looks like it's during a Purge, but I read it takes place in 2025, which would put that Purge in 2007, excuse me. So this guy's confused. He's confungled.
I mean, I don't think they're trying to be smart or anything like that, but
apparently the new founding fathers of America took office in 2014, which is mentioned in Purge Anarchy. According to the now defunct website newfoundersamerica.org, the promotional website for Anarchy, it is said that the NFFA devised the Purge in 2016, and in 2017 the 28th Amendment is ratified, wherein a trial run of the Purge commences in March of that year. It takes the first where the first Purge takes place on the same month in 2018. The Purge, the very first movie, is set in 2022. Anarchy is set in 2023, designated as the 6th annual Purge on the radio announcement. In an election year, it is mentioned that the NFFA had been in power for over 25 years, placing the film at approximately 20,040. The prologue for election year is set in 2022, concurrent to the events of the first film.
Okay,
Yo, these people have too much fucking time on their hands.
thank God for them. We don't,
Right?
or else we would be fucking sitting here like, I don't know.
Someone literally wrote like, first, thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. Second, whatever skincare products Barnes is using, I'd like some of that. I wouldn't mind looking 30 for the next 18 years.
Barnes is Frank Grillo's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Altogether, the Purge 1,
Purge 1.
I'll give it a solid 5.
Yeah. A great, not a so great start to a series.
No.
But an all right start to what is now one of my favorite series. I look forward to Purge movies every year.
Right.
Or every other year, because they don't release them every year, which is great. They release them like every other year or so now, which I think is nice because it's not like you're getting one every year. It's too old. It's like, oh, we'll give you one, and in 2 years we'll give you another one. And it's just another one.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled on the track. But no, I can agree with the 5.
Yeah.
What about you, Brandon?
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there would be the same. I mean, comparatively, now that I've seen all these other Purges, it might have like sunk a little. But when the first time I saw that movie, I was like, yeah, this is cool. It kind of reminded me of The Strangers and that movie Vacancy. Just a classic break-in. You know, nothing supernatural going on.
If anything, it made me excited for the next film because I'm like, if you take it outside, fine, which it did.
Which yeah.
Because that's what literally everybody who saw this movie thought. Like,
Yeah.
they need to expand on that concept because they had a missed opportunity. And they did.
Yeah, and they did. And look at them now. They're 4 movies in
Making
a TV show.
Yeah.
So that's fucking badass.
Oh no, because they don't cost a lot of money to fucking make it all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In comparison, what they get out of it.
I have those numbers as well because that's another thing. Like,
This man brings the numbers. All right.
This is why we start doing guests, because they do all the work for us.
Perfect. Well, I love box office numbers.
Yeah, me too.
I love it. So just if we want to just go over all 4 of the movies real quick, where we're at like money wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Purge 1, $3 million budget, made $89 million worldwide.
Jesus.
Huge profit.
Yeah.
Purge Anarchy, even better, $11 million budget, $311 million worldwide.
Damn.
Election year, not quite as good, but still a shitload. $10 million budget, $118 million worldwide.
Jesus.
And the first Purge, the latest one, is the most expensive one yet with $13 million budget. You're going to have to check where the box office numbers are at as of now. The last time I checked, it was about $49 million.
Right.
So they know when they release these movies that they're going to make their money back opening night.
Yeah,
Every
literally
day
opening night.
profit. Yeah.
Currently,
Thursday night, they make their money back.
Are you doing gross United States or worldwide?
Worldwide is what those
45 million is what so far as of July 9th what the first Purge is sitting at.
And that's 5 days after
Yeah.
it opened.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good. They're making the fucking movie. They're making their money. The Purge Anarchy, second film in the
Love
series,
it. My favorite.
released
Mine too.
a year later,
Yep.
so a little faster.
It was a year later?
Yeah, it was 2014.
Yep.
So we got, Frank. It's starring Frank Grillo, who's shocker Crossbones from Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carmen, she's from It Comes at Night. She was played Sarah in It Comes at Night. And it's 3 groups of people intertwined and are left stranded in the streets of Purge Night, trying to survive the chaos and violence that occurs. I was so stoked for this based off the a lot of the artwork. So I love the American flag with the Page Anarchy, and then the guys sitting in the street. I thought they were the creepiest element of this entire movie. The kids on the motorcycles and shit, like the guy with the god mask. Like dog.
That's what they had to put in Halloween Horror Nights, because they couldn't write God on their forehead.
Oh, that's funny.
That really,
Yeah.
nice little tidbit.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Loved him though. I think he's fucking he's creepy. Like his character, he's a creepy
Lakeith
kid.
Stanfield, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. The more you know.
Which he's a great actor.
Also, the semi-truck guy with the Gatling gun. That was
Yes.
fucking
I liked him.
intense,
Yeah.
dude.
It was so sick.
With the butcher's fucking apron.
Yeah.
And when they did it at Halloween Horror Nights, it was so sick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really
a
cool.
scare zone, right? That was cool.
Yeah, no, this is my favorite one out of all of them, because it's like, all right, last movie we weren't in the outside at all. Here's some people that are stuck.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a fucking scary concept, and it did well for me. Like, I love Anarchy. It's my favorite Purge movie.
Really. I enjoy it. Like I said, and it's not my favorite.
No,
It's up there.
not for you.
I really do love the fact that we have 3 different groups of people who are stuck on the streets with nowhere to fucking go. It's just chaos everywhere, and I love that they kept that theme throughout the next 2 movies, with election year and the first Purge. Like, it's on the streets because that's what people want. Like, we want to see people how people react, but not just so much those people. We've always wondered what other people are experiencing through the Purge night. So I love the fact that when they went to the streets, we got to see other people killing people.
Right, lots of creative murders.
A lot of creative murders. And which brings me to this person on Twitter, because I posted today, I was like, we're talking about the Purge, what's your favorite one of the series? What's your favorite kill? And this person was like, Purge Anarchy is my favorite movie. My favorite kill is the Guillotine Alley scene from election year.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. I remember that.
And I wrote to him, and I was like, do you think they built that before the Purge, or were they just lugging that guillotine around? Because that's well thought. Like,
very.
To build a guillotine, it probably takes a couple weeks. So they were ready. They knew, they're like, we're going to position this here, and then we're going to kill a motherfucker here. But that's just, fun that someone's favorite scene is a guillotine scene. Bring back public executions.
Yeah. You're sick, Mike. You're fucking
I'm sorry.
sick.
I am sick. What's like your favorite scene from Anarchy? Like, if you had to pick one.
Any scene with these kids, dude. Like, with the
motorcycle kids, the dirt bikes?
Any scene with them. They were fun.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I am wrong. That was election year when we start seeing the rich people bidding on people inside that warehouse.
That was the end of Anarchy.
That was the end of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Okay, I really enjoyed that. That was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because we're starting to see a lot of these weird things come into play that the government is actually heavily somewhat involved in these purges.
Is stacked, for sure.
Yeah. And that's something that I really love about the Purge movies is the fact that they really hit on social commentaries. Like, they hit them on, like, Anarchy, they hit them in election year, and they hit them so fucking hard in the first Purge that
way too hard in my opinion, but we'll talk about that later.
But no, I just really love the social commentary and the politicalness of the Purge and what the Purge is.
And even the actual first fucking Purge has it too. I'm so mad at. Can we start a position start on Twitter?
Okay.
Like change the name of the newest Purge movie.
Okay, I'll try it
because I'm tired of talking like this.
I'm already tired. What about you, Brandon? What scene or from Anarchy that really just stuck out to you the most, or what do you love about that movie?
Two in particular. Well, I think the coolest scene was what you were just talking about after we started seeing how the rich purge, how they would bet on these people and go in and they would hunt them. That little hunt. Yeah. That scene was awesome because as soon as Frank Grilla's character took one of them out, got the night vision, got a gun, and you just knew shit was about to go down. You knew it was going to get ugly. And the rest of the people in there, they don't know who they're dealing with. They think it's just some other fucking schmuck off the street. Yeah. And then he just starts taking them out one by one. And then when they have to call in backup, and I thought that whole sequence was really awesome.
I particularly like that scene because it's kind of like a callback to that book, The Most Dangerous Game or something like that, whatever it's called.
Oh, the guy who hunts humans.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but with the rich people of Purge. And it's kind of shows you the politics of Purge and what it actually does to everyone. I think that's what this movie does well, and also Election Year does well as well, is explains all grounds of everyone,
you get to see
class-wise what everyone is how they deal with the purge and how they
these movies
purge.
are very classist.
Yes.
If you're super rich, in the Purge 1, the rich people have the steel doors and shutters to protect their home from Purge night. And then we see in the second movie, Anarchy, how the rich purge. The rich purge by, capturing people off the streets, are paying them to go into these, death chambers in a sense, and compete. That's how the rich purge. We see
the rich purge.
Yeah.
That's what they should name the next movie.
Very strong, class division.
And that's that was the commentary I got a lot from Anarchy's class division.
And Anarchy, I think, did it the best because they kept it pretty subtle, and you kind of wanted to ask more questions about what else is happening over here. And then when Election Year kind of expanded on that.
We're also introduced to the rebellion in Anarchy, correct?
Yeah.
They come in at the end. We see the Anarchy, which fits Anarchy. There's chaos in the system, things like that.
There's even chaos in the chaos.
There's chaos. Chaos theory.
Just chaos. We need to get Jeff Goldblum to talk to us about chaos theory.
That'd be so awesome. Well, speaking of Election Year, let's gear towards Election Year. Sorry. What would you rate Anarchy?
I give it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5?
Yeah.
I'd say about an 8 for sure. Just talking strictly, just guilty pleasure horror action.
Yeah.
8 or 9 for sure. It's always fun. I enjoy it every time I watch it.
You never get bored of the Purge movies.
This is the action horror franchise of their generation right now.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. I'm 8.5, 9. Yeah. It's got everything, great kills, great storyline. It's got decent actors in it.
I feel like this one has the most talented actors wise.
That was actually, we'll go back to real quick. My other favorite scene in the movie was at the very end when he finally gets to the guy that killed his son.
Oh yeah,
he's you killed my boy, with the gun in his face, and he's crying and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was emotional as fuck.
It was.
Perfect way to end that movie. If the franchise ended there, I would have been totally fine with it.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I like this one.
Yeah, okay. I agree. It'd be a good ending point, but with that rebellion getting introduced, that was me oh no, I need to know what the fuck is going on with this.
True.
What's going to happen? And then they kind of hit on that with Election Year.
Yes.
We're having we are starting to see, because like in the first movie, in the second movie, we don't see the protest really for the anti-purge movement.
Right.
We don't get introduced to that in the beginning of the movie, correct? I don't recall.
Like the resistance groups?
The resistance groups.
Yeah, the one girl is watching the videos of that one guy, but you don't hear you see one or two scenes.
There's not a lot of
you know
like,
that it's out there.
It's there, but you're kind of like, I don't really know much about it. Yeah. You're getting it, and then we're introduced at the end. Whereas in an election year, like we're dealing with more-ish of the rebellion. We're seeing people who are like, no, we can't purge. Yeah. We're seeing a presidential candidate. It's like, we need to abolish. There's a political party that's behind it now. Like, we cannot purge. The purge is bad.
Yeah. It introduces a cool idea, too, in the beginning of the movie where it tells you like some people ship out and come to America just on purge night.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
call them murder tourists.
Yeah,
they call them. I think.
It's like a fucking vacation thing where you just go to and that's how it would be.
Yeah.
Some people would definitely ship out here.
100%. People would come here in flocks.
Yeah.
If they could afford the tickets, and I'm sure there's a price they pay to be able to purge in the States, even though they're not citizens. And
that's what I thought was weird. You think that they should have to be citizens?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, money talks, man. They're like, I'm sure all these people that are coming are rich elitists that are paying into the founding fathers' fucking like PAC fucking programs, and they're just getting paid for it.
Money walks.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about election year, because we're seeing that the people there's civil unrest. Yeah. And we're seeing that certain people are now open targets that weren't targets before. Class 4 citizens, right?
Yeah.
So any Class 4 citizens were like senators, mayors, and things like, I'm assuming, right? I can't remember off the top of my head. They were high end government officials. So, and the reason for that was because the senator was trying to in the purge, and they're like, new founding fathers are like, no, we can't have that. Also, this was the one movie to me that really started hitting on the white, God damn it, I just lost my
Sound it out.
It sounded out.
Today, Junior.
It was like anti-white propaganda in the best way possible.
Okay.
Because like, we're seeing, this is where we get to like the religious aspect of that church, where it's all these white people wearing like the almost KKK-esque clothing, and they're like sacrificing people of color and shit like that. You start seeing these weird like things that are inside our culture, the racism and the bigotry and all this shit that's here, because these movies are very commentary of our current states.
They're playing on very real fears
that
minorities have.
Exactly. So we like in election years where we really start to see those undertones really shine more and more, and so much more in the next movie we'll talk about. But it was the white devil propaganda with election year, and I loved it. Like it, and I understand like white people throughout this country and wherever were pissed. And that's why a lot of, like, if you look at the ratings, Rotten Tomato scores, these movies have low scores. But you look at the people who are writing them, giving them low scores, majority of them are white critics. And it's like, and their lead problems were like, didn't like how white people are represented. What? Get out of here. Like, they're not like far truths. They're not stretching from anywhere. Yeah. Like, these are real things. These are real ideologies that people love and live by, and they're gross and disgusting. So it's like, don't be so shocked and upset when you are faced with the facts in a movie that are real. Type of thing.
I mean, I think I was reading that James DeMonico, while he was writing the first Purge, like the most recent one, when he was writing that script, that was when that incident in Charlottesville happened with those KKK guys, when they went in there and I don't remember exactly all the details of it, but I mean, basically, it was a hate crime and people died.
Yes. So the Charlottesville protests where there was the new, what are they called? The fucking, they all support Trump, of course. The alt-right. The alt-right, they have like a name for themselves. Where they protest wearing tiki, had the red hats, the white polos and khakis with tiki torches. It was a flying Nazi flags, rebel flags, Confederate flags, rebel flags, same thing. But they killed a lady that ran over with a car. You see that in these movies, like, and there's a reason for that, because they are real, and these movies are in our country. They are they're fictional representations of our country at our worst, but we live in our worst in reality.
Yeah, exactly. It's just commentary on what's going on nowadays. I like the election year.
I love the costumes for election year.
And that's why I'll say, like, each movie, they think, like, the costumes get a little bit better, like, the masks get a little bit better. People get more creative with it.
And I love that,
especially with the last one we just watched. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of cool.
The masks are fucking cool.
And I love that for election year, a lot of the masks are, like, presidents.
Yeah.
You know, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington.
And those are all the foreigners.
Gang,
yeah, that's all the foreigners. Like, it's so sick.
Love America.
Yeah. So funny. I can't remember her name. But
Such a cool concept.
Yeah.
And there's just a fucking lady that's just trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, no, she's like the main target of the whole film.
Yeah, which is cool.
They don't want our new founding fathers are like, we can't have this.
And what's his face is like her bodyguard.
Yeah, trying to escort
Frank.
safety.
What's his name?
I just keep calling him Frank Grillo. I think it's Leo Barnes.
Frank Grillo. His name is Frank Grillo.
It's Frank Grillo. Yeah, it was basically like Escape from New York.
Yeah.
That's what this movie was. Election year.
So he's like the head of security, and he has like this house on lockdown. But then we start seeing like motherfuckers getting sniped out because the new founding fathers are like, we gotta take her out.
Yeah.
She can't make it through the purge. Type of shit.
Well, they bought out one of the guys on his security team.
Yep.
It was an internal thing.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, which is always what fucking happens. And
Always.
He knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Can't trust nobody.
Nobody.
I liked the
Just like him.
excuse me.
I like
where
that picture of Trump.
the convenience store owner loses his purge insurance.
Yeah.
The night before the night of the purge, the day of.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
What are the chances that this black store owner would lose his fucking insurance the day before the day of the purge, and he is then forced to protect his store because it's his life. If people break in and steal his shit, he's going to be ruined.
Which is another cool concept. Purge insurance, like
it was.
It's very capitalistic of our country.
Yeah.
Like to think about this fact that purge would be so like if it worked, which the first purge, we see all this shit, but
they just said it worked. They didn't give us real fucking numbers.
There's like
I don't know, it works.
It became this very capitalistic,
of course,
thing in our country. Like, there's purge insurance, so there's purge protection for your house. There's come to our country and purge and shit like that. Like
buy an escape room set for your whole house.
Exactly. Like, it's buy one get 2 guns free on purge day. Like, and it's real. Like capitalism is our country. That's what our country is capitalism. And to think that's so far from the truth, like
it's not.
For me, these movies, a lot of, especially with Anarchy, Election Year, and the first Purge, what they're discussing in the social commentaries and what people are facing aren't such hard realities to actually accept.
I think that's why everyone likes them too. And they also come for the gore and the funness.
Exactly.
Of Purge,
of course.
Yeah.
You go to the Purge to see
pandering to 2 very specific crowds.
Exactly,
which is good.
Yeah.
Especially coming out from like a horror franchise. Like,
right.
You don't
That's
really.
what horror's been doing for years.
Yeah. They're always social commentary, but this one hits like a little like. And which is my complaints for the next film that we talk about, but it's like it's kind of too much on the nose, but it's like,
but it should be.
It should be. It needs to be.
It needs to be
to be mainstream like this and
because
make all that money. It has to be.
So yeah. So
this is not an indie idea. This is Hollywood. This is blockbuster. This is we've been waiting for a movie like this for fucking years.
They're not trying to make the smartest piece of satire that they possibly can. It's an exploitation film at its core.
Yeah,
and it holds your hand.
Enjoyable,
which is fine.
Let's just jump into the first Purge.
We're going to spoilers. If you haven't seen,
I just kind of want to, because we're kind of keep going into it, so let's just fucking get into it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I think
Election Year, I give it a fucking 7.
I give it an 8.
Okay,
I'd say 7 as well.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That girl that was mad over the candy bar is just a little bit ridiculous.
Her face gets blown off by a shotgun.
That was
so sick.
I was so happy. Yes. I was like, I hate you because you went crazy over a fucking candy bar.
Give me my candy.
Yeah. I hated her so much.
In each fucking series, I don't think there's one in Anarchy. I don't feel there is, but there's like one character that's just like over the top. Always.
Oh, and there definitely is one
in this
next
in the
first Purge.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the 4th movie in the franchise called The First Purge, which is a prequel to all this shit and where the first Purge took place.
Yep, it's important to note that the director is different. It is not James DeMonico, though he did write it. It's Gerald McMurray. He actually doesn't have a huge cinematography. Like he hasn't directed a lot. 2 shorts. And I think 2 other movies or one other movie from
one
this.
Before this.
Yeah. So he doesn't have a huge thing, but I feel like he did a really good job with this movie.
I did. This is like my
directing. Like,
yeah,
I thought this movie was on point when it comes to
it flew. Yeah, correctly.
Very nice.
Yeah. There wasn't like a dull moment at all. Every scene was kind of important.
Everything was important. Like everything you were being that was taken in, you were like, holy shit. But for those of you who haven't seen the first Purge and you don't know what it's about, just so you know, after the rise of a third political party, the new founding fathers of America, an experiment is conducted on Staten Island where there are no laws for 12 hours. No one must stay during the experiment, but the government is offering $5,000 for anyone who does, and also more incentives if you actually participate in the Purge.
Spoilers alert. We're talking spoilers now.
We're doing spoilers, guys. So the movie's been out for over a week now, so you've had your time to watch it.
Fuck Skeletor. That motherfucker scared the living shit out of me.
See, Skeletor was one of the issues I had with the movie.
Yeah,
because it was clear that he was suffering from a mental illness, and they were kind of like using that as a scapegoat to him, and then he just gets fucking obliterated. But sometimes I don't agree with mental illness being demonized and stuff. But he was crazy. He fucking slashed that kid.
Fucking had a razor blade in his fucking mouth like he's in prison.
Yeah. That's true.
He
was violent.
He was very violent. He wasn't stable.
Sadistic.
He was very unstable.
Yeah, mental illness or not, he was past.
He was
hurting people. He was past the point of being able to be helped.
I think what was important here is that, one of the first things I loved about the Purge is we're seeing the psychological evaluation of these participants.
That's clearly how the movie opens.
Yeah. And you're seeing the marking, and you would think like an individual like Skeletor wouldn't be allowed to purge. But since there's wanting this, since the backhand, the government, the man behind the curtain,
craziest people to be
wants the Purge to be a thing, they want the craziest people on the streets.
Right.
So they gave them, and they were telling them like, hey, $5,000 plus if you participate more, there are incentives that we'll give you.
Yeah,
which kind of completely debunks the science behind.
It destroys the science.
But it's kind of like how they cast like reality TV stars. Like they get like the craziest fucking energized animated people.
And they encourage them to act out.
Hey, go punch that person. We'll give you $500. Like shit like that.
I think that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But cool concept. The fact like they're trying to like with the eye.
The contact lens,
which is like it never got introduced in any of the other movies, but they make the mask look scarier because their eyes are glowing.
Oh yeah.
Like the sequence when what was the Isaiah when he was walking through that alleyway. You can see them all in the windows.
That was creepy as shit.
And for him to like hide, he had to pull it out.
He closed his eyes. So he didn't see it. Yeah, that was cool.
The thing so we start off like the evaluations.
Yeah.
It's not a no-brainer that the government is focusing on a low-income, people of color neighborhood to do this experiment. So they chose a group of people who are less fortunate and cannot afford to leave during the Purge.
Yeah.
Right.
So most people are like, fuck it, like I need the money because $5,000 to them is life-changing. That's a new apartment. That's a new car. That's a new life.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see there from the beginning, like the government is already kind of like focusing on these low-income minority neighborhoods. Yeah. And like for this Purge experiment. So that was like my biggest thing. Like, if this was to happen in real life, which it does in different elements of our society with drugs and things like that and socioeconomical problems in this country. But, it wasn't like a far truth. Like the government caters to neighborhoods like that for certain things. And because they know those people can't get away. Yeah. Because society is stacked against them.
Exactly. And again, with the money thing, it's like they want the money.
They need it. They can't afford to drive out of Staten Island. Some of them don't have cars.
Which is weird that they never really introduced that concept again in the other movies. I mean, it's a new concept and it's a new movie, so obviously they're just shoehorning this fucking in.
What concept?
The eye context.
Oh, okay.
And the money thing.
But the context isn't so far though. When you think about the years this movies are taking, like they're taking place in, the technology is there.
No, I know the technology's there. I'm just saying, like, why isn't this technology been used in the other movies?
Because the other movies weren't an experiment.
Exactly.
That's true.
They don't really need to observe.
No, but they do air it. They do show like clips from the Purge. Like,
yeah, but
wouldn't that be cool to have like a point of view to see some shit?
Well, I mean, they did because people were probably filming themselves purging.
Yeah, but they didn't have the like context or anything like that.
Are you so upset because people didn't have contacts?
Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
If you're gonna introduce a cool concept into your prequel, shouldn't that be, I don't know, consistent?
But
I feel like you're just nagging.
But what incentive would people have to wear them?
Yeah, like the incentive for the first
movie. So no one's getting paid to be on. So no one gets paid because it was experiments.
I guess you get paid for experiments.
I want to go on Pornhub and just see some weird Purge shit, point of view shit.
No, so yeah, any experiment where you're taking the time out of your day to do it, they usually compensate you for that. So it makes sense why the payment thing isn't in the next movies, because in the first 3 movies we received,
they're no longer experiments.
The Purge is a real thing. It's not an experiment anymore. So
gotcha.
They don't need to observe the data. They still are via CCTV and news and all that stuff. They're seeing the Purge activity, but they don't need to see it on a micro-managed level to observe data and collect and make analysis and things like that.
And realistically, let's be honest, you're probably right. It was just shoehorned in.
Yeah.
And they were probably just thinking, man, if we had thought of this before,
that would have
been cool. Yeah.
But who's to say people weren't fucking GoPro in their shit?
Yeah,
we just didn't see it.
Yeah,
it was
that's
all
true.
just to give it, like it just makes the imagery look cool. Like, look cool shots with glowing eyes. That's it. And I loved it for it.
Yeah. We also get introduced to the anti-Purge protest in this movie.
Yeah, that's cool. And one of the characters,
one of our lead actresses is the main focal point of that. Do not purge, stay home.
Naya,
was her name?
Naya, yes.
Pray, not purge.
Pray, not purge.
I'm like, you're just asking for trouble at that point. Just don't put that sign up. What is wrong with you? Just put a target on yourself.
I
would just act like I'm closed. Like, who's gonna fucking break into a church?
Well,
still what?
Well, speaking of that, this movie does hit a lot. Like, we have our Nazis coming in, wearing white, polo shirts with the black crosses on them. Like, it's commentary to what happened in Charlottesville. The church shooting scene where they go in there and like literally slaughter all of these people
that were protesting.
These children, old people are saying, is a commentary to the Dylan kid. I'm not going to give him studio time, but like what he did in the church, the Baptist church, with killing those 11, 12 people. Yeah. That was another commentary to that, as well as, church bombings. Any number of mass shootings. Anything that dealt with white terrorists killing black people or people of color, any person of color, is what that scene really personified. Yeah. From church bombings, bus bombings, anything that, the white supremacists have done in our country, currently do, and in the past, that was that commentary. That's like my wife cried. Like no fucking lie. Like I looked over at my wife and she's like bawling, and I'm like, and I looked at her and I'm like, I know. Because it fucking hit home. Because it's a real thing. That's like when I was talking to you last week, I told you, and I tweeted it. I was like, this movie was the realest fucking thing I've watched since Get Out. Right. And the only, like I said, the most fictional part about it all was The Purge.
Which it doesn't really, it's kind of cool how the movie does it, because it's like, it's the first one, and people are just kind of awkward. It's like, oh, whatever, like there's not really much going on like in the first hour.
How, like activity is super low. Yeah, like there's no one's on the streets.
Yeah, everyone's
doing anything.
Well, I love that because that really explains it away right there why so many people were willing to take the money. They're like $5,000 just to stay at home. Yeah, what's the worst they can have?
Yeah, exactly. They had a block party.
Yeah, they don't know this is supposed to be a night of violence.
As much as you tell the people, like even murders included.
Yeah, they tell them
like they want them to go
legal.
Crazy,
but everything's legal.
Yeah.
But still, people just weren't purging. People were looting.
The guy was trying to rob the ATM.
He was the first kill of the night.
Like I was the only Italian in Staten Island that day. He's like, you're not getting my
money today, motherfucker. You're gonna charge me money to take out money?
That was funny.
I love it because he thinks that what everyone else is thinking. You're gonna charge me $3.50 to take out $20? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But no, like that whole thing, like the whole concept of like, they predicted higher levels of activity, but like they're not getting any activity. Yeah. And then we're introduced to the concept of people wearing masks, and that's because the government is sending in people, and they can't have like
keep them anonymous.
They have to keep them anonymous. So we get the introduction of mask.
But even some of the people at the party were wearing the masks.
Yeah,
and I think it was just because it was a party.
Yeah, that block party looked fucking awesome.
Those people had some badass masks.
Yeah, I was like,
did you guys see Designer's fucking cameo in the movie?
No.
Oh, he's in
Really?
he's in the he's at the party.
Oh, shit.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I saw him like, is that Designer? I'm like, oh, he's making because he's in like some other movie too.
That's funny.
He just doesn't say anything.
Actually showed up when they were playing his song.
Yeah, that would have been funny as shit too.
So yeah, like the big thing is like a block party, and just everyone's just getting
Everyone's
high.
having a party, drinking, getting high, having fun, and then Skeletor comes and fucks it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that scary motherfucker.
Yeah, we should talk about. Have we really introduced exactly who
the characters?
Is?
Yeah. Okay.
We should describe him a little bit because
he's a
Freddy Krueger-esque.
He really is.
Very.
And I love
with
his
the
name,
scar-
Skeletor.
Yes.
Skeletor.
He has a scarification on his face.
Yep.
He's fucking crazy.
Smokes crack.
He's a very tall black man.
Yeah, he's.
Once again, none of these things make you inherently bad.
Yeah.
You can be
No.
tall, you can be black, you can be crazy, you can smoke crack. But don't kill people.
Just don't kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool because he's kind of like the cause of like the first death in the Purge.
He's the first Purge. He's the first person to
Purge.
kill
What?
someone.
The
Yeah.
very first one, yeah.
The ATM guy.
Poor 18 guy. And then he kills again at the fucking block
At
party.
yeah, he's just shaking people. It's fucking.
Well,
He's
that girl was
crazy.
asking for it by dancing on a guy that looks like Skeletor.
Yeah.
Like, of all the guys to dance with, you chose that motherfucker?
Yeah.
And like everyone knew who he was. Like, oh,
Everyone was,
yeah,
like, backing
fuck it.
up,
Right,
like,
yeah,
oh,
he's known in this community.
Like,
yeah, like
crazy.
everyone's like, no, don't fuck with Skeletor. That man's fucking out there.
It's like Crazy Steve from fucking Drake and Josh if he went out and purged.
And I like that the brother of Naya. We said her name?
Naya, her brother Isaiah.
Her brother Isaiah
Yeah.
went out with a gun to go kill that motherfucker because
Yeah.
he cut his shit.
Because he made me look like a bitch.
Yeah, that and to get more money.
To get
Yeah.
more money. I mean, like his main motive was to get the money so that him and his sister can move out of that apartment.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see wrong. Like,
Nope.
if it is something
The
that
motive's very
the motive is pure.
Yeah.
Like he's like,
Yeah.
I want to get
Yeah.
us out of here. I want us to live in a better place. I want us to, get out of poverty if we can.
Yeah,
and if this is the opportunity that presents itself to me, like I'm gonna try. I mean, he doesn't do it. He doesn't
No,
commit.
he's stupid.
He
He drops
eventually
the gun.
does and stabs him in the back with glass, and that's the last we see of Skeletor. I was like, shit, he killed him. He paralyzed his ass.
Well,
like,
it's not the last we see of him, but
well, for a while.
Yeah.
that is.
I actually forgot about him for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like,
I wasn't. I was like, he's not dead. I'm like, we don't see a body fall. He's not dead. I'm like, he's
Exactly,
gonna
yeah.
pop out somewhere. And then the scene where our main character says, "There's blood on the floor,"
Yes.
and she's like, "I thought I cleaned that up." And then just goes on with her fucking day. I'm like, Skeletor's in the fucking apartment.
Closet.
And he never
He's in the-
was.
And then he wasn't.
He
I
wasn't.
know.
No, it fucks you
What
up.
a fucking red hair.
You're just like,
Yeah.
So weird. That was so weird. It was,
Can we talk about that whole scene though, with the whole Nazi symbolism with those the guys going through the apartments floor by floor, just murdering
Before
people?
we go talk about that, let's talk about another main character in the story, the drug dealer, whatever. I forgot his name.
Demetrius.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Dimitri.
Oh, the fucking two girls. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, got him.
The one girl like Nicki Minaj too.
Yeah,
It was
she
like-
did.
Yeah.
They got paid by one of his people.
Yeah.
Capital A was his name.
Capital
I think.
A
Yeah, the
paid
names
them
of
to
these
kill him.
gangsters.
Paid them to kill him, but it failed.
Yeah.
Basically, 'cause nobody fucks with Dimitri.
Yeah, dude.
He caught that shit real quick.
That was the one thing I didn't like. It was kind of like, why? They were like building up this guy to be such a great guy, but it's also like you're a drug dealer and you low key destroy people's lives because you feed their habit of drug addiction.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's
She
like,
gives him like a big fuck you. She's like, purges one night. You're like the terror of every night.
I
Or
love
every
that
night.
'cause it's
Yeah.
the truth. Like, yeah, you're trying to be this big, loving, protective guy, but like, the purge is one night, but you're 364 days of the year where you're killing motherfuckers left and
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I think that was a real like you're not supposed to like Demetrius. Like, yeah,
No.
he's
Yeah,
badass.
Not at first, anyway.
Yeah.
And he was a very complex character.
Yeah.
Which is cool because like we usually like the good guy in the fucking movie is always like some fucking scout
Grade A,
boy. Yeah.
clean cut
Yep.
guys.
That guy is drug dealers.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
terrorists.
but this guy, like, yeah, he's a drug dealer, but he's also giving back to his community. He's coaching. The saddest part is when one of his kids on this basketball team was killed, and he
Yeah.
had to like go up and see him and shit like that. He was like eyes on the ball, eyes on the ball.
Yep.
This movie was really sad. Like,
Yeah.
It's the saddest out of all of the Purge movies. I mean, it's intense. Like, it's fucking high end. Like, shit's going on. But, like, there's a lot of these parts of these movies where, like, you're low-key, like, inside you're like, this is actually kind of fucking sad, like, right now. Like, I feel... I'm feeling the feels.
Yeah. But before we get into any stories, I want to talk about the technical part of this movie.
Okay.
Not too great.
Not too great.
Bad CGI.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely bad CGI blood and, like, sound bits that I know were in other movies.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I heard some stuff from the original Doom.
Yeah, me too. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that's just post-production bad calls, I
Yeah.
think.
Weird, with the biggest budget yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Shortcuts, man, if you take them, sometimes it fucks you up in the long run.
There's, like, a generic, like, horror scream, like, girl scream in the movie.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
I mean, it's not too far-fetched to hear someone scream like that on Purge night, I would say, but you're also like, man, that's a cheap one. Yeah, that's a cheap one.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, I guess we could talk now about the Nazi stuff.
That was
There's a lot of
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like election year, again, like you said, even more.
You're getting even more, because I mean, think about it. With election year, the time it was made, we have Donald Trump running and making racism pretty much okay in this country and all this shit.
Yeah, and
not
now,
that racism was ever gone. Racism has always been in this
there.
country, and people who are minorities have always experienced racism in.
Yeah. But
now people are woke.
Now people, well, no,
now
not
with
woke.
Trump as president, people that are on Trump's side, racist, and
They
people
can
like
just
that,
do
they feel like they're allowed, their voices now.
Allowed to be heard.
I
yes.
think this needs to be said live first on the Horror Junkies podcast. White people, the cops, aren't there for you to call for people being at the pool or at the park or selling water. They're not your personal security. Call the cops when you have a real fucking problem. Stop annoying black people. Cops kill black people. It's not a fake thing. It happens. So, like, you, by doing that, you don't care about that person. So stop calling the cops for fucking someone sitting at the pool.
What happened to the
So
good old
dumb.
days of snitches get stitches?
I don't know, dude.
Barbarians.
But no, man, but back to all the truth. The whole apartment building is literally getting slaughtered by these guys where, like, the main guy was dressed like a Gestapo. Like, I mean, like, you can't take that any other way. Like, they were fucking Nazis. Like,
they were definitely Nazis.
Yeah, he was the leader dude was the only one dressed like that. The other guys were wearing regular, like, military uniforms with maybe a couple little, like,
patches and stuff like
but
he was like, I'm going full Gestapo.
Right. I like to think that like my girlfriend and I were talking about this after we saw this. Funny is, like, we like to think, like, imagine that they were all planning on, they were all going to dress up like Gestapo people, and then they all backed out. They all backed out, and nobody told this guy. Yeah.
No one told me.
They should just cut back to the scene from Django when they all had to fucking cut the eyes on the fucking masks.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Who the fuck cut the holes?
Oh, lopsided. Can we talk about that kill, though, in the stairwell where he literally strangles that fucking blonde hair, white, blue-eyed guy? I mean, that was real. Like, that dude, like, you could feel, like, in his, like, that was an intense scene. That was like, damn.
He just took out a whole army, too. Like,
he was ex-military.
Yeah.
He was.
So, like, it wasn't far.
Straight John Wick.
Yeah, he fucked up those guys. And then the fucking C4 blast, which was crazy as shit.
Yeah. The cool thing about this movie is like, you know, with each movie that's kind of over the top with their purge and their gore, this one kind of took a backseat with that. Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't like, the purge wasn't that crazy.
No.
It's the least violent one.
Yes. In comparison to the others, yes.
Yeah, it was the least violent.
Which is cool because it's telling a fucking story and like there's actual character development. With that, some of these characters just don't work for me. Some of them were just like really badly acted.
Yeah.
But the main characters, the two main ones at least, were pretty good.
Yeah, Dimitri killed it.
Yeah, Dimitri.
Yeah,
I really want to see more of him.
I want to see him play Blade.
That would be good.
That'd be good as fuck. I think he's gonna be the leader. Him and Neo will be the leaders of the rebellion.
Ooh. That'd be cool.
I think, in my eyes.
You think they're going to continue the story from this point on? I mean, with the TV show, yes,
so,
obviously.
The TV show, I think you're going to get your Year Zero title.
Okay.
Because it makes sense. And with that trailer, have you guys seen it? Did you guys stay and after and watch it? I didn't. I just went and saw it online.
I saw it online, yeah.
I think we're going to see our, like, though this was the first purge, it was in a very small, localized area. I think we're going to get our first purge throughout the country. So
with this TV series?
With the TV series. So it's 10 episodes all in one purge night. So 10 episodes,
supposed to be?
one purge night.
One night?
One night.
That's
so we're gonna get
that's for sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna get perspectives from all kinds of people. I think that from what I'm getting. What I think.
I was kind of wanting to see a little more of stuff maybe outside of Purge Night, like the lead up to it, and like we were saying, the night after.
Yeah.
You know, or the days lead after.
I mean, we may. Who knows?
All these bodies and
that
like,
yeah,
that shit.
that's true. Like we may
the Purge
get that.
cleanup. I
want
a whole movie on it.
Whole movie on Purge cleanup.
Call it Ages of Purge.
It's not too far fetched to say we may get like a before and after from the TV series.
Maybe.
Yeah. But it is one Purge night, 10 episodes, and that's gonna be pure fucking hell.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for the TV series.
Yeah.
And it's picking up after the first Purge.
I'm excited too, yeah.
And I in my thing, I think it's picking up. It makes sense for it to pick up after the first Purge.
Right.
To see, like, let's see how it globalizes, nationalizes in our country, and all the feedback. People are like, yeah, we need to purge, brother.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan is now purging with us.
Oh my God.
But last thoughts on the first Purge. All around, I did like the movie.
Okay.
I felt like the some of the messages and stuff like that was a little bit on the nose, like the pussy grabbing joke.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That scene was terrifying. You could have kept that terrifying feel if she didn't say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, because it was horrifying. Yeah. Like.
Oh, the baby.
They killed them all.
The baby doll alley thing. Yeah. That was funny as shit. That was so funny.
The baby, that fucking creeped the shit out of me.
Those two old ladies
creepy.
blowing up shit.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
The old ladies were sick.
What were they listening to? What was the song they were listening to?
They were listening to some like old
80s disco song. Yeah, they were fucking jamming out. They were having a great time.
It was perfect.
I really enjoyed it. I think out of all of them, this is probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
I really love the commentary. I really love what they were trying to tell. I love that it was directed by a black director, and that our majority of our cast were all people of color,
which is good.
Which was awesome. You know, keep doing that. We need more of that. And like I said, like there was, the violent scenes were there for me.
Yeah.
Did it show a lot of like deaths? Not really, but it did infer a lot of really fucked up deaths.
Yeah.
And I think that it would have been in bad taste for them to really show those kill scenes.
Yeah.
I think it would have been really unnecessary, and I don't think it would have gave the correct image of the film. If we're seeing, white people gunning down black people in a church, I don't think that would have really resonated. It may have really upset a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that we didn't get that. I think it was seeing the aftermath. Leaving in the aftermath is enough for me to be like, some horrific shit went down in there.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, it's not my favorite. It's up there. I still love Election Year, but like First Purge was really up there for me. I really enjoyed.
Election Year is your favorite?
Yeah, Election Year is my favorite. I love Election Year.
Ours is Anarchy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I put Anarchy, then Election Year, First Purge, and then the actual first one. And
then what about you, Brandon? What do you? What is your last thoughts on the first Purge?
I mean, I agree with Patrick a lot, but with both of you, because obviously the political and social commentary is there. A lot of parallels running to real problems in this country now and in the past. Like a lot of scenarios that were running in my head watching it, particularly things that occurred during the Nixon administration. Things like with the drug war.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't bring that up. Yeah.
Felony disenfranchisement, like taking their civil rights away, keeping them from voting. The way Nixon would associate drugs with hippies and minorities.
Yep.
And then
Clinton.
Yep. And then vilifying and demonizing them every night on the news so that he could, he was doing
justify his war on drugs.
Exactly.
Yep.
And win votes that way. And then, like I said, like with getting them locked up for drugs, taking away their voting rights, and not these people, and while it's more like statistics show that it's more likely that white people use illicit drugs, it's 10 times more likely for a black person to be arrested for illicit drugs. And so there's a lot of things like that the movie is obviously touching on. But like Patrick said, it was incredibly ham-fisted, very on the nose, very pandering to people who already agree with the perspective.
Yeah.
They're not going to change anybody's mind. It was, like I said, it was an exploitation film at its core, but an extremely enjoyable one at that. And while they are playing on very real fears that people have, like a lot of horror does, I think that they were overextending their reach a little bit with the movie, and they didn't quite get the mark on it.
I can agree with that. Because I can see where you're coming from. The points, like, you know, you've already pissed off the white people with election year. Like, you know, like and everyone who's going to see these movies agrees with a lot of the ideologies that they're touching on and things like that. So I definitely, I agree with both of you. Like, it does give a lot, and, you know, it was, you know, just trying to make money on this and sell this stuff.
Yeah,
and
why
like
it couldn't be very subtle.
Yeah.
Like it's a mainstream movie. Yeah.
Another thing I want to talk about too, real quick before we close out, the scene where the droids come and shoot everyone.
Yeah.
And he just quickly just comes out from under the car, and he's like, and they just leave.
They just leave.
They looked at him.
They literally looked at him.
Weird.
And he didn't like look around to see if they were gone or anything. He just pops out the car. And he's like, we're good. All my friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. Tiny plot holes in a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Little things like that.
Yeah, and those are the things that are just going to include to my rating. I'm going to give it a 6.
I'm going to give it a 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Like
Nice spread.
Yeah, Anarchy being my favorite, election year and the first Purge kind of tied for me. I got things about each one that I like the most.
Yeah.
And then Purge 1 obviously still the last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, we would love to hear your thoughts on the first Purge and let us know on Instagram, Twitter, anything like that. Just shoot us what you guys thought about the movie. We'd love to hear your thoughts for all of them, honestly. Let us know what you guys think about the Purge series. Do you want more? Are you excited about the TV series coming out? So just hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. We'll love to communicate with you guys. Also, make sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or Google Play, wherever you listen to your podcasts, honestly. And follow us on our social media accounts and email us stuff at horrorjunkiepodcast@gmail.com. As usual, guys, it's been another hairy, sweaty, and weird episode of the Horror Junkies Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Pat.
And I'm Brandon.
And this has been another weird show, guys. It's hot.
Take
Bye.
it easy.
Take care.